Hello YouTube friends, it's Michelle and I'm back today with another new recipe. This is going to be stuffed shells. And it's pretty simple. All you're going to need is a box of some jumbo shells. I've got the Great Value back there. You're going to need a bag of um, shredded cheese of your choice, some kind of Italian cheese I would say. I've got both mozzarella and um, the Italian blend cheese, and it calls for a cup of cheese for the mixture that goes inside the shells, and then you're going to need some extra cheese to put on top. So one bag should be enough, but I've got both of those bags because I'm going to use a little bit of each from both bags. So you're also going to need some chives. It just says a bunch of chives. So I've got like this little container that you get over in the produce section. So I'm just going to chop all those up and use that. You're going to need one egg. You're going to need a teaspoon of salt. You're going to need a container of ricotta cheese. This is a 15-ounce container. And then you're going to need some kind of pasta sauce of your liking. Um, my favorite pasta sauce is actually the Ragu Traditional, but I had to go to the grocery and get some chives. And while I was doing that, I went down the pasta aisle and I seen this Hunt's pasta, and I actually got it to compare it with a tomato sauce that I use for chili that they've quit making to see if the ingredients were the same, and they were kind of the same. So I'm kind of tempted to use this in my next pot of chili that I use. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if I'm going to or not, but I'm going to go ahead and use this can that I bought tonight. I'm going to go ahead and use it for this recipe. So just use, whatever your favorite kind of sauce is. Now, I've got my oven preheated to 350, and this is going to go in a 13 by 9 pan as well. So I will come back and show you how to make up the mixture, but right now I'm going to go ahead and cook the shells to the box directions, and I'm also going to put the sauce in a pan and start heating it up. So I'll be back to show you how to do the mixture for inside the shells. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to mix up this mixture of goodies to go into the shells. My pasta is on the stove right now. The sauce is on the stove and it is already heated up. I'm just waiting for the water to start boiling so I can put the shells in there. So for the mixture on the inside, first thing you're going to do is pour your ricotta cheese in your bowl. Kind of getting it a little mixed up here so it's not one big gulp. Then we're going to put our egg in there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and mix that. Okay, that's mixed a little bit. Then we're going to put our chives. I've already chopped up. Fourth a teaspoon of salt. There's that. And then the last thing is our cheese. And got about a half a cup of the Italian style. And then a half a cup of the mozzarella. We're gonna mix this real good. Now see, it's pretty creamy. So there's what it looks like. So I'm gonna go get my 9x13 pan and get it ready to put the pasta sauce at the bottom and then to start stuffing the shells. So I just have to wait for the water to start boiling to cook the shells, and it takes about 14 to 16 minutes, it says, to cook the shells. So I'll be back shortly. Okay guys, there's the shells. I have drained them well and rinsed them with cold water. And so now we are going to fill them. Okay guys, I've got my shells here. And I took some of my pasta sauce and poured it on the bottom of my pan just so when this cooks, it does not stick. And we're just going to fill our shells and put them in the bottom of this pan. Okay, so I'm going to finish filling these because this is going to take a while. And then when I'm done, I'll come back and I'll show you what's next. Okay guys, here they are. I made 20, but I could have easily made probably 25. I stuffed the first few way more than I did the rest. It's kind of one of those things you learn as you go. You learn you don't have to stuff them as much as you are. So, had I not stuffed the first probably 5 as much as I did, then like I said, I probably would have gotten another 5 more done. So, those are all stuffed. So you're going to take your remaining pasta sauce and you're going to cover them. sure there's pasta sauce on all of this. All right. Looking good, looking good. So now I'm going to take my Italian style cheese, and I'm just going to sprinkle it all around. Use what's left in this bag. Okay. Then I'm going to take my mozzarella. Cover it. And I am going to cover this with foil, and I'm going to bake it for about 25 minutes on 350. Take it out of the oven, and then probably put it in there for another 5 or 10 minutes to let the cheese brown on top. And I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, here's what it looks like coming out of the oven. I checked on it at 25 minutes, and I took the aluminum foil off, and I added some more mozzarella cheese on top, and I put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes, and then I put it under the broiler for just a couple of minutes maybe. So that's it. So I'm going to show it to y'all plated up. Looks so good. Okay guys, here it is all plated up, and doesn't it not look delicious? It smells delicious, and I must confess, I did do a taste test, and it tastes delicious. So this is really good. I think the next time that I make it, I may add some hamburger meat to it. I think that would be good. Also, if you like Italian sausage. And also, I think it would be good to do it with shredded chicken and do a Alfredo sauce instead of a marinara sauce, and kind of make it like a fettuccine kind of thing, chicken fettuccine. So I think there's a lot of different ways that you could do it, but this is really good. For those people who like to have meatless meals, this is a great, option for you as well. So, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to go enjoy my dinner. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey YouTube friends, it's Michelle, and I'm back today with a special recipe. This is not a dinner recipe, not a breakfast recipe. It is an appetizer recipe. It's a dip recipe, actually. And it's real simple. You're only going to need 3 ingredients. You're going to need some cottage cheese. You're going to need some ranch dip sauce, or ranch dip mix. And you're going to need an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. And I have a 16-ounce container of cottage cheese. And you do not have to be a real big fan of cottage cheese in order to like this dip. It's really good. I mean, I, however, like cottage cheese, but I do know the people that don't like cottage cheese that still like this dip. So keep that in mind. Don't think, oh, cottage cheese, yuck, because I know cottage cheese can turn some people's stomachs just by the thought of it. So what you're going to do is you're just going to mix these 3 ingredients in a bowl. And that's as simple as it is, really. So, got my bowl right here. And I got my 16-ounce container of cottage cheese. This is a really good dip to take to like a party or a get together or anything like that. And because it's so easy, it really makes it a good one. Okay, so I've let this cream cheese sit out for a few hours so it does get to room temperature. I know they now make like a cream cheese spread, which you can probably use that too, and then you really wouldn't have to probably let it sit out. Okay. This container. And we're just gonna open up this package of the ranch dip mix, and I don't think I cut it short enough. Wow. Okay. Pour that in there. And then all you do is mix it real well. I think we got it mixed pretty well. There's what it looks like. And you can use, your chips of choice. My actual favorite to use with this dip is nacho cheese Doritos. Can't see them very well in the picture, but I'm going to try a bite of this because it's been a long time. So there's my Dorito. It's been a long time since I've had this. So good. So yeah, if you're craving something different and you want a different kind of dip, definitely try this. Don't knock it till you try it. Like I said, even if you don't like cottage cheese, you may still be a fan of this. So, just thought I'd share. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey there, it's Wednesday, and for dinner tonight, I'm going to try something different. I've never had this before. It is a Smithfield garlic and herb pork loin fillet. And I've never had this before. I'm hoping that I like it. And the reason why I decided to make it tonight is because I still have plenty of leftovers from Monday when I did my Thanksgiving dinner. And so I know that if I don't like it, I'm going to have plenty of sides and stuff that are going to keep me full. So I wanted to make this when I knew that I had something as a backup just in case I didn't like it. But I mean, it sounds delicious and they look delicious, and I've seen other people make them on What's for Dinner, so I wanted to try it. So, this one weighs 1.59 pounds, or yeah, 1.59 pounds, so just a little over a pound and a half. And it says on the back to cook it at 375 for 30 to 40 minutes per pound. So I think I'm going to cook it at 375 for an hour and then pull it out and let it see how it looks and stuff. But I don't think I have to do anything to it. It didn't say anything because it's already seasoned and everything. And then the only thing it did say was to put it in a shallow roasting pan. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. It's just this pan here, and it's not real deep. So that's what I'm going to put it in, and hopefully that will work. I'll check on it every here, now and then, just to make sure that there's no juices like overflowing or anything in my oven. But yeah, that's what's gonna be for dinner. So when it's done, I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll also let you know. I'll take a taste and let you know what I think of it. So that's what's for dinner tonight. Okay, guys, I just took this out of the oven, and it was in the oven on 375 for right at an hour. And like I said, it was 1.59 pounds. And OMG, this is delicious. I will so be buying more of these to make because they are so easy to make, and oh my gosh, they are so flavorful. So, if you've never tried one, I definitely highly suggest trying one. I know when you look at the package, they kind of look yuck, disgusting because they're kind of like squishy feeling. But once you cook them and stuff, they're firm and everything. They're not that squishy feeling. They're not that texture and stuff. And I think that's maybe what kind of scares people away from them, maybe, is because of that texture when you look at them in the grocery. But OMG, once you cook them, it's a completely different texture, and they are so, so good. So, yeah, I'm going to be having this with the leftovers from my fall feast I had the other night, and that's going to be dinner. So, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Hello, YouTube friends. It's Michelle, and tonight we are going to have potato soup. Yum, yum. So, what you're going to need in order to make potato soup, at least my version anyway, is you're going to need a teaspoon of some garlic salt. You're going to need 1.5 cups of milk. You're going to need 6 tablespoons of butter, a can of cream of mushroom, and a can of cream of celery. You're going to need, it says 6 to 8 medium potatoes, but some of these were quite small, so I'm using 10 potatoes altogether. And I may actually even use 1 or 2 more. It just depends. I'll see what it looks like after I get them cut up. But you're going to peel and dice those very small. You're going to need an 8 ounce of cream cheese. You're going to need 1/4 of an onion. And that is it for the soup, the actual soup. And then just to garnish it, you're going to want some cheese. And I have some triple cheddar cheese, shredded cheese back there. And I also like to put bacon in mine. And I'm going the easy route, so I've already got the pre-cooked bacon bits here. So that's it. So I'm going to peel these potatoes and dice them up small, and I'll show you what they look like when I'm done. Okay, guys, I've got my potatoes and my onions on the stove top, and I've got them in just water, and I want you to see how small I diced my potatoes. And then my onion, I diced it real fine too. And like I said, I did end up just using the 10 potatoes that I had. I think that's enough. So And then I got the fourth of the onion that I diced up real finely in here. And I'm just going to put it on the stove and let it boil until the potatoes become fork tender. Then when they get fork tender, I will drain the water and then add all the other ingredients and then put it back on the stove on about a medium heat and just let everything melt together. And then once it's all melted, like the butter and the cream cheese and stuff, then it's ready to go. And I'll show you. Come over here. I've got everything together. I got my soups open and my garlic salt getting ready to put in there when I add all these other ingredients. But I went ahead and cut my butter into a few squares so it'll melt a lot quicker. And then I also did the same thing with the cream cheese. It helps it melt a lot quicker. So I'll come back once I've rinsed and drained the potatoes and then show you as I add all the other ingredients and then of course what it's going to look like when it's done. I'll get my wooden spoon out here and put it over there so there's no boil over. And yeah, we'll be back. Okay guys, I just took the potatoes out of the pan and drained them, so I'm going to add them back to the pan. And I've got it on about medium. Got it on about medium heat. Okay, Jack. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add the butter, cream cheese. Add the soup. Cream the celery there. There's the cream of mushroom. Teaspoon of garlic salt. And we're going to mix it real good. I've got this other spoon here that I'm going to use. Do not want to boil this. Mix all this up. It's looking so good. Can't wait to dig into a bowl of this. Oh, it sounded so good all day long. I've been dreading it though. I don't know. When I peel potatoes, my hands cramp up really, really bad. And I don't know what causes it. Um, but it's funny. It's when I peel potatoes and if I cut stuff with scissors. Um, if I'm cutting like a lot of stuff, like I used to scrapbook, and when I would cut, I would cut papers and stuff a lot, use scissors, and uh, my hands would cramp up then too. And I remember, when I lived at home, my mom would do all the cooking, and I would be in charge if she was making something with potatoes that needed to be peeled. I was always in charge of peeling the potatoes. And I always felt like she thought I was lying to her when I'd tell her that my hands would cramp up and stuff by peeling potatoes, but they sure do. So, yeah, I was dreading that, but other than that, I was like anticipating the actual end result big time. Okay, so we'll let this sit on the stove for a little bit because there's still some chunks and stuff like the butter or probably the cream cheese. The butter probably melted quickly, but sometimes that cream cheese, it takes it a little bit. And then I'll come back and show you the end result, and I'll show it to you all put in a bowl because it's not going to be plated up tonight. Thank you for watching. Okay, guys, here it is all done. I just removed it from the heat on the stove, and I also realized I forgot to add the 1.5 cups of milk, so I added that as well. But this is what it looks like when it's all done. And I've already put some in a bowl, and I'll show you what it looks like with all the garnishes and everything on it. But, oh, so good. Okay, guys, here's my bowl. It's all ready. Just all I need is a spoon, and that's time to dig in. But yeah, this is such an awesome recipe. We actually got this recipe from a neighbor years and years and years ago. My mom and dad, they moved into their first home that they had purchased, and wasn't too long after we had actually moved into our home that my dad was diagnosed with cancer, and he was in the hospital and stuff, and we were at home one evening, and there was a knock on the back door, and it was our neighbor next door with a big pot of this potato soup. And I had never had potato soup in my life before. My brother and sister, they never had it. And all three of us were really, really picky at that time. And we all absolutely loved this stuff. So, of course, my mom got the recipe from her, and now that I'm on my own, I make it all the time as well. It's just, it's good comfort food. And I've had a lot of potato soups, and I've had them made different ways, using regular potatoes, using hash browns, with the skins on, with the skins off. I mean, several ways. And this, by far, is the best potato soup I've ever had. The only thing that has ever come close to it is we have a Cheddar's restaurant here. And I would say, as far as anything coming close to this recipe, that would be it. But their potato soup. But, this is just good stuff. So definitely try it. Even if you don't think you're a potato soup fan, still give it a try. Because I've tried some that I'm like, woo, I don't think so. So it just depends on what kind of potato soup you've tried. But this one here is a winner. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey guys, it's Monday night, and we are going to have a new dish. I'm making something different. It's very easy. It's called pineapple chicken, and you make it in the Instant Pot. And it only takes 3 ingredients. You need some pineapple chunks, a can of pineapple chunks, some of your favorite barbecue, and I just went with the, the Sweet Baby Ray's Hawaiian, style. I've never had this, but I figured it would be good with the pineapple. And then I'm using 3 chicken breasts. And my chicken breasts are already thawed. So I'm going to put it in the Instapot for 20 minutes. If they weren't thawed, I'd put them in there for 25. And then I'm going to let it I'm going to let it natural release for 5 minutes after. And then I'll take it out. But all it is you just dump it and go, and that's it. So pretty simple. And then back there, I have some Brussels sprouts with bacon. Excuse me. I'm gonna put those in the oven and bake them. Then I'll take them out in about 20 minutes, and then put cheese on them, and then put them in there for another 7 to 8 minutes to let the cheese melt. So that's going to be dinner tonight, and I'm going to put these on. I'm going to shred the chicken once it's done and put it on brioche buns and eat it as a sandwich. So I'll show you as I go along. Okay, guys, there it is, all in the Instapot, ready to go. I just put my trivet in there, put my 3 chicken breasts on top of the trivet, poured in the pineapple chunks and the juice, and then I poured in that whole bottle of the Hawaiian barbecue sauce. So I'm going to put the lid on this and cook it on high pressure for 20 minutes, like I said, because they are thawed. If they weren't thawed, if they were still frozen, I'd cook them for 25. And then after they've been in there for 20 minutes, I'm going to let them natural release for 5 minutes. And then I'll take them out and shred them. And I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, I've got it in the pressure cooker going. And there is the Brussels sprouts. I've taken them out already. And I've put the cheese on them. But I'm going to wait to put them back in until this gets done pressure cooking. And then when it goes to natural release, I'm going to put those back in the oven, because then they only need to be in there for about 7 to 10 minutes. So, but I am going to say, I don't know if I'm going to like this or not, because I did not like the smell of that barbecue sauce. And I did try a little taste test of it, and I wasn't crazy about it. So, I don't know. Like I said, I've never tried that barbecue sauce, but I thought Hawaiian, would go well with the pineapple. But I'm thinking now maybe I should have used like more of a savory type of barbecue sauce. So, not gonna knock it until I try it, because a lot of times, you can try sauces and stuff straight out of the bottle and not like them, but after they've cooked and marinated on something, they taste completely different. So, that's what I'm hoping, but I'm not liking the smell. So, yeah. So, I've not got high hopes, but we'll see. Okay, guys, here it is. I just got done letting it natural release for 5 minutes, and this is what it looks like. So, I'm going to take the chicken out of the pan and put it in a bowl and shred it up, and then I will plate everything up and show you what it looks like. Okay, guys, here it is. I've got it all shredded, so there you can see. See, there's the chunks of the pineapples. That's why I took the chicken out, so it didn't shred the pineapple too. So there's that. And I just shredded it with my KitchenAid. That's the easiest way to shred meat, I'm telling you guys. And here is my Brussels sprouts. So I know if nothing else, my Brussels sprouts are going to be so good. So I'm going to plate it up, and then I'll let you know what I think. Okay, guys, there's what it looks like all plated up. I haven't tried a bite yet. I'm going to try a bite, and then I'll come back and let you know. But I just wanted you to see what it looked like all plated up. I put the buns in the oven and toasted them, so that's why it's a little brown on top. But, yep, that's it. Okay, guys, as you can see, I just took a bite. There's a bite of my sandwich. And it's okay. It's not so bad that I won't eat it. I will eat this, but the next time that I make this, I will definitely use um, a more savory type of barbecue. I just did not like the Hawaiian barbecue. Um, it does taste better after it's cooked than to just eat it out of the bottle, but it's not my thing. Um, I don't know. It's got a weird taste to it, and the smell is what I can't get over. And the smell is still there, so I just don't like the smell. So yeah, this is a good dish. Like I said, it'll be much better for me with the savory barbecue. So yeah, you know, I still got good reviews on this. It's just the barbecue sauce that I used. So yeah, because it is so super easy to make. So yeah, so like I said, I will end up eating what I made, and I will eat what's left over and stuff. I may send some home with my mom, um, for her and her husband to eat. But yeah, it won't go to waste. It's not so bad that it'll go to waste. So that's my review. Thanks for watching.